Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the second session of the advanced price action trading. So let us deep dive more into the FTR strategy with lot more examples today. All right. So please shoot if there are any questions. If there are not there, we will move on. Okay. Quickly have a look at disclaimer once, buddies. Okay. So let's get into the practical deep dive. This example we already saw, correct? So in the first session. So we'll move on. And this is the second example which we also saw in the first session. And here is some of the stuffs which we marked. Okay. Friends, if every one of you can hear my voice, give me a check. There is a complaint on voice. Perfect. Okay. Now, the third example is that of Apollo hospitals. Now, let me take the marker. Right. So every one of you know this is H1. And every one of you know this is H2. Okay, when you come back from the top of H2 to the bottom of origin, you know this is the base, and that is the FTR demand zone. And the moment this H2 is broken at this point, we decided that we will take a trade if price comes back to that zone. Clear, friends? Which candle defines or clears that an F2 is formed? The engulf of the H2. This green candle formed the FTR. Correct? Okay, and then price went up, came back, gave one reaction, two reaction, three reaction, finally it broke. Okay, so this is a good FTR trade and we got our RR that we wanted. Is this trade clear, friends? If you look at the zone marking clearly, if you look at the zone marking, if you take wick to wick, probably you would not have missed the first trade. Yeah, no, wick to wick also gives you first trade. See, here is the wick, body to wick marking. Okay, in this example, body to wick marking is almost what, 60% of wick to wick marking. Correct? Correct, friends? Okay, so I generally prefer body to wick marking only. If the base is very small, then I'll consider wick to wick. Okay, and most of the times my risk should be 2%. Okay, and the reason I look for 2% is in case of futures, 2% is roughly about 15,000 rupees. So that is my standard betting size because my capital is more than 25 lakhs before when I was doing positional trades. Okay, now let us go to another example. Okay, now this is the next example. This is H1. H1 formed, H1 broken, H2 formed, base formed, H2 broken. At this point of time, I know that FTR is formed. Okay. Now, look at the base formation. Price came down from H2, formed a base, and gapped down and went up. Okay, which is my base now? My base, what did I tell you guys in the beginning? I told you that the moment H2 is formed and you need to form the base, what you should do, you should go back to the I'm sorry, the moment H2 is broken, the moment H2 is broken, from whichever candle it is broken, you need to go back in that, from that candle to the bottom of the origin. The bottom of the origin is this, not this base. So I came here. Now here, what is it? At this point, what is it? It is a drop and momentum, which means drop is another momentum down candle and a sudden momentum candle. Okay, so I took half of this as the zone. Okay, now I purposefully took this example to defend and debate with every one of you. I took half of it as a zone. It kissed here, and it gave some reaction, and finally it came down and slightly gave a fake out. Why did that fake out happens? Was there a way you could have avoided that fake out? The way to avoid was fake out was, if you look at it exactly below that zone, there was a zone. It was a level over level. So if you had considered that zone also, you would not have got the kiss. That's a what? That's a rally base rally. These are all small sensitive things. Remember, whenever you take a zone, make sure that there is no zone over zone. See, for example, let's say this is a zone. Okay. If there is a zone just immediately below, you need to consider that also. If one zone is here, another zone is here, and there's a huge gap between the two, that is fine. But if they are next to each other, you must respect it, because price can go there also. Now go back to your bus story. The bus is going from, at Salem, the bus decided that, boss, I should go to Krishnagiri to take those people. When it went to Krishnagiri, and somebody in Krishnagiri told, sir, another 5 meters behind, there's one more bunch of huge people waiting there, take them also. What does institutions do? Institutions will go back and take them also along with them. That is level over level. Okay. Okay. So Gaurang Singh, RTM says no touch trade and trade only on confirmation. Never. RTM never said that. RTM is kiss trades also. Okay. So this is the purpose why I inserted this particular stuff. So there are two lessons here. Either you mark this base and take the bottom of that zone, and you can even take the whole zone as entry. Or if you are smart, you can take the bottom of this zone and this as entry. I am okay with any change in proximal line, but I am adamant that the distal line should always be below. And you guys can always argue, sir, why not this zone? This is a drop and reaction. No, this is also one zone. Yes, definitely, this is also a zone. Price could have even come here and go. I don't argue. I agree. Price can come. Same bus story. Sir, just go 5 meters behind. There's one guy. And when you go to 5 meters behind, and that guy will say, sir, another 5 meters behind, you have there another bunch of passengers waiting. You guys, you can make good money. Go and pick them also. So wherever liquidity is there, wherever excess orders are there, institutions will go. Friends, there is nothing like it will come here and only react from here. Nothing like that. Wherever there are huge pending orders, institutions will go, kiss and take it forward. If the distance is more between the two zones, what do we do? If you take a stop loss at the zone 1, take the stop loss, go to the zone 2, take the trade again, or don't take the trade in zone 1, take the so directly in zone 2. Okay, so let me clear this and move on to the next slide. I hope the message is clear. Yeah, if you guys want to have a safe entry, if ever there is a level over level, go to the lower level and take a trade. And remember, there is every possibility that it can react from the first zone only. Don't think your second zone. Why? Somebody told the bus driver, boss, if I go behind 5 kilometers, there's one more bunch of passengers. Bus driver will say, no, boss, I don't have time. I will go now. Let's see later. He might not come to that zone also. That risk exists, friends. I am being brutally realistic here because trading is all about probability only. If you want to go early, you can go. You will not miss the trade, but you might hit stop loss. The second one, you might not get trade. You might have a high probability. It's a trade-off, and nothing is pakka. Nothing is impossible. Price can go anywhere. Okay, so that's what we have done. There is an RBR nested zone, properly kissed. It's a very clear level over level. Is it clear, friends? Why the zone failed before? Okay, and why the zone worked second time? It is because there was a level over level. So what is level over level? Nothing. The buses come back to pick more passengers, and just 5 kilometers before there are some more passengers, it went there. That's all. It wanted to have more liquidity, it went down. It found liquidity there. So you need to enter where there is maximum liquidity and there are no extra liquidity below. Now think about yourself as a passenger. Okay, this is a classic way of defining things. So you as a passenger, you want to get into the bus, and you as a passenger, you also know that this bus will go back 5 kilometers. The bus will, whichever comes here, there is chance that it can go back 5 kilometers to pick another bunch of guys. If you want to go early, you don't have to get into that bus. And if you wait there, okay, if you jump in, if you jump into that bus, then you might have to lose time. So that is the theory. Okay, so whenever there is a level over level, you must respect the level over level. Okay, next, when will you take the trade? Whenever the price comes into the FTR zone proximal line, you can take it, and the stop loss can be below the RBR nested zone. Okay, or you can ignore the FTR demand zone. You can directly wait at the RBR zone because it is in par with the FTR zone, or else take the whole thing as an FTR and directly take a big trade here. You enter here, you combine both of them, and this would be your stop loss. In spite of that, you will get your 1:3 risk reward. Anything is fair, anything is possible. At the end of the day, what really matters in trading? What matters is your position sizing, risk, and money management. Exactly. There is a statement by Pratik. He says, sir, this zone is powerful because maximum momentum came from here, and also the price gap down and it reacted from there only. Okay. And this second zone, RBR, is a very powerful zone, whereas this zone is not a great zone because it is made up of multiple bases, which means all those orders are already consumed. There are no extra passenger 10 km away, 5 km away. There were good passengers. We will come, we will pick them up and go to Chennai. Yuga, you got my answer? Great. Now let's move on to the next example. All right. Rule number 1, H1 formed. Rule number 2, H1 broken. Sorry. Rule number 2 is H1 broken. Rule number 1, H1 formed. Rule number 2, H2 broken. Rule number 3, I am sorry. What's wrong with me? I apologize, friends. I repeat. Rule number 1, H1 formed. Rule number 2, H1 broken. Rule number 3, H2 formed. Rule number 4, base is formed. Rule number 5, H2 is broken. When H2 is broken, my FTR demand zone is formed. And remember why this is a beautiful zone. Why this is a beautiful zone? Can you guys tell me why this kind of zone are amazingly well for trading? Why this zone, particularly this trade is very nice trade? Why? Tell me. Why? This trade is amazing because there are, after the base formation, there was a gap up. Momentum again forms, again gap up, which means lot of strength. Okay. So this can be a high probability. So see there, the price comes, look at this momentum, strong momentum down, strong momentum down, similarly powerful reaction. Similarly powerful reaction. This went up at least 1:5. Our 1:3 is here only, not too far. And one more observation from Shrikant. He says that, sir, the SR is the zone is exactly formed at an SR. Yeah, that's a very good observation. I never thought about it. Yes, the zone, the FTR demand zone coincided with the SR at H1. Okay. So Harikiran is again talking about the next concept. Sir, after that, the zone is broken on the downside. When it is broken on the downside, what happens? I will go to the root of that fall here. So there is a zone here. Price went up, retraced and fall down. FTR supply. So we don't want to get into all that right now. We will talk about the topic later. Let us stick to the current scenario. I'm happy people are able to relate. I'm very happy people are able to connect. Okay. There is a failed FTR between March and April. Give me 1 second. Let me try to mark that. Between March and April. Let's say H2. This is H1. Okay. Price broke H1. This is H2, formed a base. No, it respected. Good reaction. There is another FTR which worked. FTR1, FTR2. Now, according to our swap theory, this is our, think about it. This is L1, price break down to the bottom, formed L2. Let me redraw. Anybody who think this is not an FTR, question me. This is FTR1, this is FTR2. And that FTR also worked. Any arguments? In between April and May, one more FTR. Okay, interesting. So, okay, this is high, broken, formed a base. This is one more FTR. This FTR also reacted, but not a big reaction. It is an FTR, but it didn't give me 1:3, but it did react. Okay. So not that every FTR should work anyway, right? We are not telling that every FTR should work and FTR are 100% winning models. Okay. Now let's see on the reverse side. This is support. Okay, L1, price broke down, formed L2. Okay, formed, made a base there and broke down. Now technically this is the zone. If you guys remember, why there are two bases. Okay, if you take body to wick, there might be a small possibility of missing the trade, but if you take wick to tick, there is a proper FTR supply. How many of you argue with me? So when price comes back, see, if you are a smart guy, you will buy here at demand, FTR demand, sell short here at FTR supply, and your target is next FTR demand. Sir, can you tell me how much magnitude of move we can get in retracement? You can, the price can go to the opposite power pattern. If we are able to identify now, friends, remember, you need to go and take a chart and rip it apart. We should go and mark each and every power pattern that we see, and you should keep moving. See, now when I'm discussing, see, I only marked one FTR for you guys to explain you the concept in a very simple way, and our intelligent friends found this FTR. Our intelligent friends found this FTR. There's one more FTR. Where was that? This is the high. This both this. Some people found this FTR also. Okay, everything we will mark. When this FTR was broken, definitely there is an opportunity. Then when you go to the top, you found this is a supply FTR. Okay, and you already know that this is a demand FTR. So next time price come here, I go long here, I cover up my long here, I can go short and again cover up here. So these are all intelligent stuffs which you can do in a very long run with lot of practice. You can always trade between one power pattern to our second power pattern. We are going to mark every power pattern. You can always trade it. Can you guys understand why I wanted to trade here as FTB of, because this is a demand FTR. Okay, and those people who say, sir, I don't want 1:3, I'll leave it to the destiny. The target for you is the opposite power pattern. And at that point, I again shorted. So I carried from here to here both. And look at this. I'll write one more thing. Okay, this is my support. Price, support broken, price came to the bottom. Price came to the bottom, formed L2, L2, this is L1. Okay, is L1, formed a base and price broke down. Okay, and broke this one also here. This is my zone. I can trade this also, but only thing is this zone is little bit tested by this green fellow. Other than that, this is still a beautiful zone to play retracement. Okay, friends, any confusion? Is it complex? Of course it is complex. I'm not denying that part. It is definitely complex because you're not trading some RSI greater than 70. You are trading pure price action. You're looking for pure pending orders. Okay, a lot of practice in the months to come will really take you much ahead in the journey of markets compared to others. But I'm damn sure, friends, there's no way you lose money, because I have not given anybody any false hopes. I never told you we will have a 70%, 90% win rate. I have been very reasonable telling everyone that, boss, 1:3 risk reward, 50% should be our mission. And even on the day of taking your first trade, your 30% win rate, you are still in the game. You are in the battlefield and you are not going to die, and you will fight. Eventually you will win. Okay. And remember, if you don't lose money, you are 1% of the world. Okay, 99% traders lose money, not even 90, 99. If you have not lost money, end of next year, friends, in end of 2019, if any one of you out of 100 people, if 100 people comes and say, Ashok, I have not lost money this year, my mission is accomplished. I really don't care if you how much money you make. Okay, and a good trend and a good market, anybody will make money. The challenge is to protect your capital on a bad market. That is the biggest essence of any trading in this world. Because I have seen big fund houses going bankrupt after 5 years of massive earnings. Okay, we should never grow like China. We should always grow like India. India believes in organic growth, unlike China, which want haphazard growth, manufactured growth, crooked growth. Okay, tuning economy, lowering currency. These are not the right ways of growth. Okay, when we go to the last chapter of the entire I3T3 mega webinar, there will be a lot of learnings for you from a position sizing, risk and money management perspective. And that one module, to be honest, would be the mother of all these modules. And definitely people don't value it because they think it is normal. But risk, money management and position sizing are the ultimate essence of any trading. And Sridhar sir says, if we superimpose your 8 enhancers into this, definitely results can be much better. Okay. Girish, did you see any flag limit there? Okay, and many a times, friends, there can be a coincidence. Okay, take for instance this one only. This is a resistance. Price boomed, but againly formed a base and went up. Okay, and this place it again came and tested. Okay, you can take it as an FTR or a flag limit. Sometimes that confusion might come because of the kind of base formation exactly on the SR line. Don't worry, it's okay. Why are you worried whether it is FTR or flag limit? All that you are looking for is pending orders. What is bad market according to you? There is nothing like bad market for traders. Every market is good market for traders. Only for investors there is a bear market, but for a trader, every market is a good market. Okay, if you ask me personally, a bad market is a sideway market where it does lot of whipsaw for a trader. And even an investor don't mind in a bad market, in a sideway market, because his money is intact. But a trader will get drained out fast. So the bad market for an investor is a bear market, and the bad market for a trader is a sideway market. That's what I believe. Let's move on, friends. We spent a lot of time on this slide. Let's move on. Now look at this. A failed case. Okay. We always, we are used to seeing only good things. Why not bad things also? This is a high H1. Okay. High was formed. High was broken. High 2 was formed. High 2 was formed. High 2 was also broken. Okay, when high 2 was broken, it is confirmed that this is a demand FTR. I come back reverse to the bottom of the origin. I form that base. Okay, and I look forward for a trade and look for this superb momentum candle. Imagine how it would have cheated these people at the top. And again it failed. Why did this trade fail? Why did this trade fail, friends? It failed because there was a zone due to a level over level. There was another zone due to a level over level. The same bus example. Sir, go another 5 kilometers behind. You see lot of passengers, lot of pending orders. Go and take them also along with you upside. Okay. Going forward, I will not teach you level over level. Okay, level over level should be a part and parcel of your thought process. The moment you see, you should figure out. It should not come as a rocket science. It should come in your blood now. The moment you see, hey, there's a level over level, price can react there also. That is where it does cheating. No, bus, whether the bus stops here, see, come on, the driver decides whether the bus should stop here, the bus should stop here, the bus should stop here. The driver will decide depending upon the income he wants. If he has more pending orders here, he will come here. If he has more pending orders here, he will come here. If he has more pending orders here, he will come here. Wherever there are maximum pending orders, he will go there. Remember this point. It is if you personally ask me, Ashok, can we exactly predict where it is possible? It is definitely possible where price stops. It's a very, very complex thing. We need to go very deep into the subject. To be very honest with you, friends, my knowledge level is also not, the best in class. If you ask me, probably I am like 50%, 60%. Okay, there are a lot more things that we need to learn. And I'm telling you, next week we are going to start Quasimodo sessions. Okay, and the whole day I have decided to teach Quasimodo because the amount of literature on Quasimodo is so huge and so heavy and so complex. I'm going mad actually in designing the course because after all the simplification stuff till date, whether coming to GAN investing and even the price action stuff, it's definitely as we progress, putting into simple rules like 5 rule, 4 rule, 6 rule, it's very difficult. Okay, but it is possible. So remember only this point, level over level should never be ignored. FTRs are always DBR type patterns. No, only the base formation FTR zone is a DBR. Okay, or a RBD. That I understand. But you cannot say FTR is a DBR pattern. Okay. Okay. There is also an FTR. Let me clear this, friends. Okay, now, so let's say this is H1. Now, this is one high. Okay, according to the latest condition. Price formed high 2. Okay, came down, formed a base and went up. Now, this can be a zone to trade, but I will take wick to wick. This is the zone for me. This is the next FTR. Correct, friends? The second FTR is this. And now think FTR1, FTR2. And that FTR2 is a retracement to FTR1. Can you say? FTR2 is the 2 TB of FTR1. I'm sorry, it is the 1 TB of FTR1. Yes or no? I mean FTB, first TB, first time back. Oh, FTB, friends, FTB. I'm sorry, 1 TB is first time back, first time back. Okay, you are taking base candle low as a marking? I doubt. Yeah, you can doubt. But my point is, my belief is very, very simple. Okay, let all the rules stay. My fundamental belief is what? I want a very low risk trade. That's why I want to take wick to wick, or else I'll ignore this trade also. Wick to wick itself is this much, not the wick to bottom wick to top wick. It is bottom wick to bottom wick. If you want to take body to wick, it is this. Okay, if you want to take wick to wick, the ultimate thing this is this. So definitely I don't have patience to take that much of risk in my trades. I want my trade to be very simple. I don't care, I might even take midpoint of this wick to wick also. I don't care if I don't get filling. But if price by any chance comes, okay, and gives me filling and goes up, I'll get a big reward. No, there are only two ways to make your risk reward more. One way is to reduce the risk, other way is to extend your target. But extending target might put you at risk, but reducing risk is fine. Maximum what would happen, you will not get a trade. Huh. 1 second, Pravinji, but this is surge down. I think can be a failed trade, because if you ignore spike down, it's gone up again. Okay. Okay, friends, this is almost like a V. Okay, I believe still there are some pending orders here. Okay, if you ask me personally, this is the zone, no, this is a level over level. This time, remember, okay, watch this properly. I will show something really interesting to you people. Okay, now Pratik, Pravinji, all your questions will get answered here. Can you see this, friends, where price stopped? Can you guess that this price stopped little below that? This is a low, this is a lower low, a bit low, point 0.1, point 0.2. Yes or no? So next time price come, definitely it can pierce. It can even come to this zone, the bottom zone. I don't care waiting here to play a trade. Okay. All right. So let me move on. So this is what the purpose of my myself putting these kind of confusing games. Sending only classic patterns and telling story is not a fair thing. We need to face realistic scenarios. These are all practical scenarios which you face day in day out. The classic pattern is only to explain you the concept, friends. Don't expect those beautiful animated patterns to emerge all the time. They will emerge. I'm not denying. 1 in 20, 1 in 25 only. Okay, this is the future examples which I have parked. Okay, where the price have never come before. Okay, agree, friends. This is H1. Rule number 1, high is formed. Rule number 2, high is broken. Rule number 3, second high is formed. Rule number 4, base is formed. Rule number 5, second high is broken. This is an FTR zone, friends. Yes. Okay. Now look at this. At H1, friends, if FTR is correct, give me a check. Anybody who thinks it's not FTR. Okay, next. Look at H1 now. H1, I consider it a flag limit. Price broke, formed a base, again did a gap up and went up. So this is also a zone for me. Next, what is this zone? This is my flag limit. This is my FTR. Now price coming down, it can react from here. It comes down, it can react from here also. Okay. H1 I have an FTR, and that FTR above that H1 I have a flag limit demand zone. Above that I have a FTR demand zone. At H2 there is no SR flip because a strong momentum candle broke H2. I don't think there is a flag limit at H2. It is a power pattern below a power pattern. FTR looks weak as there are 5 base candles. No, the base candles might be 5, but look at the momentum. Look at the momentum. Look at the momentum. Momentum. Almost hammer kind of upside base and then a momentum. Departure is very critical. Departure, say, what does departure signify? Departure signifies strength. Departure signifies many pending orders. FTR can be between 45 to 50 also. No idea. Let me check. So price went up. Now this is, if this is H1, broke the high, formed a high. No, there is no FTR there. Why? H2 is not yet broken. Friends, is it clear? If I take this as H1, this is not an FTR still until this guy breaks that high. How many of you are with me? There is no FTR demand here. There is no FTR demand here because the second high is not yet broken. I am striking to my rules, friends. I am not deviating from any of the rules I am talking. Okay. Now I am going to take a small pause so that every one of you digest this. Any questions here? Is it required for the candle to break the high, friends? Or just should the candle close above, or can it break above? What it should do? It should engulf. What is engulf? Closing above the high is the engulf. It is a confirmation that price wanted to go high. Okay, it has to engulf. Closing is must. Why H1 broke with momentum? Okay, but still flag limit is considered. Why? H1 broke with momentum, but why flag limit considered? Because it formed a base. Then what happened? Price went up momentum, but it came down. The bus came reverse and went up. No, so I believe there are still pending orders here. And if you personally ask me, the safest way to trade this is to trade here, man. Because even in case price comes here, no, even if it rejects this, it should support here. Why? The strong momentum shadow, momentum, base and momentum. What is the origin of the entire journey, friends? Where is the origin of the entire journey? Don't you think this is the origin of the entire journey? What actually is this? Rally, accumulation, rally. What? How does it look in a monthly candle, friends? It is nothing but one big momentum candle. If you go to higher time frame, what you will see? It's a rally based rally, no? How many argue here with me? It is like an original zone at a very bigger time frame. Superb. Just keep thinking. Just keep thinking what price is doing, how it is doing. You know, remember the odd enhancers. Okay. So, yes, exactly. At high, it's a DBR. It's a drop-based rally at a daily time frame. What is this in a bigger time frame? Momentum, base, momentum. So it's rally, base, rally. Ultimately, everything is same. H1 markup, reaccumulation, markup. Okay. Suppose if the high breaks again, go to next FTR, escalator. In higher time frame, it is draw base rally in case of higher time frame. Correct, Shailesh, you are right. 100% agree. Again, what is draw base rally? It's a bull, no? It's a bull candle, no? This is why I was telling you guys. This is why I was telling the origin of this entire rally is here. Okay. The origin of this entire rally is here. I feel there is strong momentum waiting here. Who is this guy? Adani Power. So let's go back. What is happening there? Can I take this as a higher time frame? We'll do one thing. We'll go into the chart and we'll look at this. Friends, remember this fellow. Remember this chart, Adani Power. At the end of the session, we will see if we can go inside. Okay. August, September, SR flip. Where is the SR flip? Shailesh, where is the SR flip in August, September? This is August. This is September. Where is flip? You want, if you take this as a support, it has broken. Okay, this is a momentum. There is no supply flag limit here. End of September. Okay. End of September. End of September, what has happened? Prices calmed down and it went up. I don't see any zone there. September is only this much, no? Now, even this can be your zone. What is there? This is your zone. Again coinciding. See whether this H1, this line and this line, no big difference, huh? Again, don't think like a classical trading class. In real markets, it cannot be as classic as it thinks. Ultimately, both are resistance only. It's like this is more like a double top only, friends. Nothing more. And then it broke. Okay. There might be some deviation here and there. That is a part and parcel. Shailesh, I'm not sure if I clarified your question. If you are fine, please give me a check. If you are not, we'll talk again because I am unable. I probably I didn't get your question properly. Okay. Now let us move on to the next level. Another future example. Yes, friends, FTRs are always strong zones than FL zones. Why is that? You tell me why. Why is FTR a powerful zone compared to FL zone? How many engulfs happened in FTR? How many engulf happened in flag limit? There lies the answer. Correct. Now let's go back to this example. There was a high was broken. Okay. Step 3, high 2 was formed, went down, formed a base, and price zoomed up. Why? Tell me why I love this zone. Why do you guys think this point will work? I want to go long here. I want to go stop loss here. Is there a level over level? If there is a level over level, still I will play this zone only. I don't wait for this zone because of powerful gap up, gap up, gap up. Which means what is that? The bus is going in an alarming speed. Nobody is stopping that bus. There is another interesting question here. Exactly. Good. See, I could not put many, FTRs in this example. Now let us take this. This is a high, no? This high is broken. Okay. And this high is broken and further came down. Correct? So this is your H1 is H2 now. In a lower case. This is H1. Price comes down, formed a base and boomed up. This is also an FTR. Very perfect, friends. Perfect. That is also an FTR. An FTR above an FTR. Is another FTR below? No. Is that clear? That is also an FTR only. It's not just a zone. Clear? Now, raise all drawings. Okay. Then zone, this authentic zone was broken. It should come back. Clear, friends? I loved this zone because of that. There's an FTR in September, October also. Yeah, we formed that FTR. Now I'm looking at reverse FTRs if there are any here. Superb. If you guys are finding more FTRs, our mission is accomplished. This is L1. Price broke down, formed an high. This was the L2. Okay, but it didn't engulf here. Okay, so we'll take this one only as engulf. Okay, so this whole thing. So this is the zone actually. This is the zone. So price reacted. However, the reaction was very strong. It went up. Now It's more like a swap trade. It reacted, went up. So this zone is disqualified. Of course, we don't take this zone because of one obvious reason, because these are all, very base candles. Okay. So definitely there's a lot of disturbance there. It's not a clear structure. So even if we had taken this, and definitely such big zones we don't even take. Okay. And finally what happened when price comes, this big plays as a reversal, like draw base rally. Okay. This is still a reversal. It's a swap, and that is also an FTR at the bottom. We verified that. Okay. Now, cool. People are already identifying a lot of FTRs. That is really amazing. Okay. That's pretty impressive. Okay. It is a level over level, and that is also an FTR. Okay. Who's this guy? Divi slap. This is my next pick, friends. This is a trade which I want to trade in future. Okay. Now I have not put anything there. H1 formed. I'm sorry, not here. This one. So here is H1 formed. Price broke. Okay. Price broke the high. Formed H2 here. Now pause came all the way down and then bounced from there. And this is another beautiful zone which I want to trade. Okay, friends. So this is one beautiful FTR I want to trade. And if I go back from this point, there is a level over level. Okay. Price can even come here. So with the kind of very powerful superior gap up, strong momentum, okay, and price has already traveled such a huge rally. I'm hoping that price comes here, it reacts from this zone, okay, and price comes to this zone and react. There's a beautiful question from Shailesh. Is it not a flag limit at H1? Friends, tell me why it is not a flag limit. Friends, tell me why it's not a flag limit. It is not a flag limit where there is momentum. Nothing happened. It has to go away. No. This engulf happened, and that engulf is a base candle, and suddenly it came back. Another base, another base. It is coming. How do you trust that reversal? So he destroyed. Already he broke it. Not a strong guy. Okay. Exactly. Not about the base. The momentum is not there. No, he has to go, right. What are you, the bus? See, with lot of passengers, the bus has to go, and it has to come back to pick the remaining passengers, and you are not even going. You are only struggling, going upside. How will you come back and pick more passengers? Your bus itself is not in good condition. That is the meaning. Got it, friends? Ultimately, put in mind pending orders. Will there be some pending order? That is all you need to think. That is the ultimate bottom line of price action trading. Are there some pending orders which I can go and take and eat? Now somebody said this one is a classic H1. Price broke H1, formed another high H2. First price came down, had a classic breakout and came down here. And at this point, break limit is formed. If you take it full week to week, already this guy has kissed and given a trade. Okay, slightly kissed and given a trade. I don't know where Divi's price is right now. So 27th is what we had. Now 1st of December, you guys figure it out. No, but I am waiting here. My plot is at 1250 levels. If Divi's comes here, I'm going to trade. Ashok, do you mean to that the start of the trend is better to pick in case of level over level case in FTR? In case of a level over level, the only point is there is high possibility of fake out. there is a high possibility of fake out. Okay, there's a high possibility of fake out. Okay, if there is a level over level, if you consider level also, your fake out would be avoided, you get your trade. And now I am waiting here for obvious reason. That's a beautiful FTR. Okay, and great momentum, strong, very super momentum, and I'm damn sure there are some pending orders here. So I will wait for retracement. I'll take this trade. Current market 1427. So price is here almost. Oh, current price is 1427. Huh? It has exactly come to this point, the SR point. Let's see, but it will come. It will come. I'm hoping it has to come to this point and bounce back. But however, there is one zone below level over level, which is here. But let's see. Okay. All I am telling friends, mark these stuffs, wait, take trades blindly, don't care. Stick to position sizing rule, minimum 30% win rate, we are in the game. 50% you achieve, you will double money every year. Target 30% to start with. Will price return to fill the gap? God knows. How will I know? I don't know what my wife cooks tomorrow morning for breakfast. How can I tell you where will that price go tomorrow? It was driven by the principles of demand and supply. Okay. What if your price doesn't come? I don't care. If price doesn't come, what do I do? If the bus doesn't come to bus stop, I don't mind. There are hundreds of charts waiting, no? Very good. Wait for another chart, another bus. Simple. You need to include that red candle for zone drawing. Okay, friends, I told you earlier, zone marking is all fancy. Okay, it's all preferences. Okay, to be honest, according to the principles, wick to wick is this. Okay, body to wick is this. This is wick to wick. This is body to wick. What did I take? I took lower wick to wick. Okay, this one I took. Why? I want my risk to be always around the 2%, whichever I wanted. Okay, I don't wanted to give 15,000, more than 15,000 per lot. So I waited below. What happened? Price can come here, it can go from here, or it can come here, go from here, or it can come here, it can go from here. If it doesn't come to my level, I'm okay. I have hazard trades. I am fine. I don't mind, but I don't want to take a more risk trade. That's my theory. That's my ultimate rule. Very good. Now, let's go back to the next slide. One more flag limit zone. Okay. So H1 formed, H1 broken, H2 formed, H2 broken. So my zone is this. Okay. That is one. Now friends, look at this. This is also a wick to wick flag limit. Yes or no? Friends, it is a wick to wick flag limit and FTB it is. This price, this trade has already worked. This flag limit trade has already worked. This is a trade for flag limit. Any arguments? Now the FTB of the flag becomes the FTR. How many of you get this? The FTR zone is the FTB of flag limit which formed another zone. This was your flag limit. This was your flag limit for zone. And this is your FTB of flag limit. and the FTB of flag limit now become an FTR the moment H2 was broken here and closed above Canara Bank. There is a statement, sir, but H2 of Canara Bank is not broken with very high momentum. Let's see. Let's see how things emerge then. Let's see. Let's see. No problem. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Let us see. But only thing is it's a okay. This is not a flag limit. Hope every one of you get it. Current price is 255. Oh, price is somewhere here. Price has already come down. Now let us see if this demand zone is respected. Okay. So I marked a lot of examples. Let's see one by one. No worries. Okay. These are all future trades, friends. Okay. Yesterday Girish sir was asking for more of commodity examples. I picked some good commodity examples also for your reference. This is a supply FTR. All the 5 rules. Rule number 1, L1 is formed, price breaks L1 and engulfs below. Rule number 2. And rule number 3, L2 is formed. Rule number 4, price reverses, forms the base. And rule number 5, L2 is broken. The moment L2 is broken, this zone is the FTR supply zone. In this case, I have taken only lower wick to upper wick to upper wick. I don't want to take the full base. It's too big for me. Okay. So purposefully I took it that way. That's my choice. In commodity stock, which is better for trading? Any stock which has liquidity, you trade. Why not trade the DBD? This one. That is just a DBD. It is not a power pattern, so I will not trade it. But definitely price can slightly reflect and finally react from here is what I am thinking. Ultimately, what is true? My darling, the digital line is the ultimate truth. Okay. Somebody should have called it darling line instead of digital line. Okay. So we're taking so many examples so that it goes deeper into your thought process. This is a classic example. Support 1, price comes down, formed support 2, went up, bounced. Okay, this is not a great FTR example. This is definitely not a FTR example. Okay, I mean, it's not a classic FTR, but it worked. It worked. There were pending orders, that's all. Okay. Oh, somebody says, why darling line? It is a danger line. That's hilarious. Now, this is one more story. S1 formed, rule number 1, S1 broken, S2 formed, rule number 2, rule number 3, and then price went and breaks S2 below, rule number 5. And when price retraces to that supply zone, it reacts. Okay. Is it clear, friends? Satish, which slide you want me to go back? The zinc fellow. This guy. Okay, tell me. Can we move on, friends? How does that signify the base? What do you mean by signify the base? Never expect a classical base to form always happens, friends. Don't expect drop, base, rally to happen. It can react, that's all. That is a base. What is this? It is a bullish engulfing. That's all. Exactly. But we already spoke about the pattern, right? V pattern. Sometimes you can have a bull strong momentum green, and then comes back a momentum red. It's like this. What do I do? Many times I've told we will take wick to wick as a zone, or wick to the middle of the next body. Anything is zone. What is a zone? Zone is a point of reversal, correct? What is zone, friends? Zone is a point of reversal. Zone is a point of action. Zone is a point of resting and move up. Okay, don't think the base is required. Base need not be required. That's what we discussed. Yes, every time we may not get a zone. Okay. Supply FTR Amar Raja battery. Low one formed. Rule number one. Okay. Low one broken. Rule number two. Rule number three. Low two formed. Price went up, formed a base, and broke low two also. Okay. Now this is a wrong trade. Tell me why. I'll not accept this trade. Why? Because no, no, no. L2 break is not proper. L2 is not engulfed. Perfect. That is the answer. Shrikant and Prabhu. More than the zone formation, L2 didn't happen. Okay. So we will go and check S Bank after today to see what is the future of S Bank. Okay. So this is not an FTR because L2 was not engulfed. Okay, friends. Another failed scenario. S1 formed, price broke S1, came formed a low. Acha, why should I take this one as S2? I'll take this one itself as S2. I'll take this itself as S2, and then price went up and broke. This is my zone, FTR supply zone. Correct. Okay. It slightly reacted, FTB. This is correct. Okay. And then broke it. Okay. And then broke it. Why did it fail, friends? Can you guys tell me why it failed? Why did this FTR fail here? It failed because there was a level over level. It went to that level over level and reacted from there. Always do not ignore level over level. If there are level over level, be cautious. If there are level over level, take calculated risky trade. If level over level, better wait for the level over level. So what is the moral of the story? Whenever the level below and above a power pattern is powerful, correct? The level below or above a power pattern is powerful because that level is the big boss. In cinema, you see, right? In cinema, all the baddie fellows, the hero will fight. The hero will only go and fight with the big villain at the end. Okay, these are all baddies who fight. In all old cinema concepts, what is the theory? All the baddies will come, they all fight here in the front, they defend the big boss. In climax, the hero will go fight with the the big boss of the villains and the big villain and destroy him and then The cinema ends there. This is also a beautiful cinema where this is where the big boss is hiding. Okay, so so it's always good to take such scenarios so as to throw the thought into our minds, because friends, human mind is such that if you tell ordinary things, don't remember. If you tell something abnormal, they remember. Okay, all these concepts are really based on a guy called Harry Lauren. Harry Lauren happens to be one of the world's biggest stunt master in memory. Okay, he has an attitude of like meeting 1,000 people in a room, listening to their names, all 1,000 people, and remembered all 1,000 names at the same location at the same time. And he had an instant memory remembrance formula, because when you sell such abnormal scenarios and correlate, then only human mind will take it. Suppose I am meeting some person in the class, for instance, Mr. Rangacharya is there. Okay, instead of remembering him, if I imagine somebody is sleeping, the Ranganatha Swami in the temple. So if I put him a crown on his head, then whenever I see him, I remember that crown and he himself sleeping in a different avatar, and I would get his name back. Now this is called connectivity, and using some kind of relative analysis. So remember these thoughts. Sorry, Rangaji. Sorry for this example. Okay. Anyway, let's come back. Another supply FTR. So low one broken. Rule number 3. Low 2 formed. Rule number 4. Base formed. Rule number 5. The low 2 is also broken. Finally, price went to FTB and reacted. Classic example, friends. Always look for this kind of perfect examples. Your win rate would be phenomenally high. Can you see any congestion, any confusion? Price broke, nice momentum, L2, price again broke, formed a base, proper fall. And when price comes there are sure short term. Now, don't ever think, see, trading, learning is very, very easy. Trading is extremely difficult. Why? So what is the risk here? Let's say 3 rupees risk. The target would be roughly here. 1 is to 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, roughly here target came. And once your trade triggered here on this day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 days. The price, even on the 14th day, the price came in the zone. Okay, it didn't give you money just like that. After 14 day, what happened? 1, 2, 3, 4 days your target came. From the date of entry, 14 days of torture, and in just 4 days your target was achieved. This can even be a single candle also, friends. Don't think it cannot happen. A single candle can give you money also. Price action is really brutally disturbing because of the waiting. That is why I want to put all price action stuff in a semi-auto mode, where we should not sit in front of a computer to do the trade and not bother what the computer does. Can we not come out? Why should you come out? Your zone is not disrespected. That's all about conviction. You need to wait. Okay, another classic guy, another future trade for everyone. This is my trade. L1 formed. What is this L1, friends? What is this L1? It's a major SR. Superb. So L1 was broken here elegantly. Then L2 is formed. Price went up, formed a base. L2 was royally broken. Now look at this beauty. Okay. Now it's a rally, gap up and fall. Okay. This FTR zone is like 10 points. Definitely I will not give 10 points for such trades. What is 10 points? 10 points is more or less 4%. I told you clearly that I'll only give half, so I will take to wick only. If price come here only, I will trade, remember, and that is my choice. If you ask me why wick to wick, the top wick to the top wick, it's my choice. I want risk to be low, and there is no guarantee that price always comes here only and exit. It can even come into my zone. Which is guaranteed? Risk is guaranteed. If I don't get the entry, I am fine. I'm okay. I'm not bothered at all. And so last, in one of the examples, Satish was asking, why not take this drop based drop? This drop based drop. Okay, see, this drop based was respected here. When L2 was broken, the FTR is confirmed, but it reacted from there only. Okay, next I'm hoping it will come back and react from my FTR zone. Okay, and which is correct? Nothing. There is nothing late, right or wrong. Everything is fair in love, war, and trading. Okay, you can have multiple FTRs here. I can even see this is a low, broken, formed a base, fame. Okay, this is an FTR. This FTR was broken, Chotu FTR. Okay, this is broken. Okay, every FTRs need not work. Now let's see, this is an high. Can you guys see this flag limit here? This flag limit worked. This high was broken, formed a high, went up. Okay, this zone also worked. Where is this level over level? Okay, anyway, so now see friends, when you get ahead in this game, don't care about what works, what don't. Keep learning to mark all FTRs, all flag limits, all caps, all Quasimodos. Okay, then see, once you know, okay, you know, once our parents taught us what is a mango, okay, then we can learn which mango is good. Why we keep eating? No, we know which is a tasty mango, which is the sour mango, which is the good mango, which is a long lasting mango. Everything we will discover once you start doing practice and going deeper. Some guidelines I'm already giving. You can have your own guidelines, you can have your own rules. If this kind of base comes, I will not trade. If this kind of level over comes, I will not trade. You can all set your own rules as per your comforts and as per your aspirations. So for now I am strictly waiting for the price to come here. Okay, and this is my zone. I'm going to short at 270 levels, 268, 270, and there is a level over level also. It can even come to 280. Nobody can stop it. That is why we always say that trading is all about probability. Irrespective of whatever intelligence you think, you need to talk only in terms of 50-50. How to resist the temptation to trade? Do meditation. Okay. Current price is 220. So it's there only. Correct. Let it come. Let it come. It will come there. Okay. Now, this is another cute supply FTR which I like because of this. Okay. L1, L1 broken, L2, L2 broken. And when to go back, I have taken the top wick to wick as trade and I'm waiting for the zone to form. Okay. This guy is Andhra Bank. I want to short Andhra when it comes to 49. What is 49, friends? What is 49? Yes. This how you can keep bringing double confirmation. I just remembered that. When I plotted this chart, I didn't even remember. Next FTR supply zone. Support 1. Support 1 broken. Support 2 formed. Support 2 broken. went back, formed an FTR supply zone. And why I like this zone? Can somebody tell me why this zone looks cute to me? I like this zone because this zone is formed of a gap up and then a fall came. Okay, it also coincide with L1 SR. That is not the key point for me choosing this. I like it because, well, because this gap creates, no, what is a gap? A gap is like you open up and suddenly you fall down, which means you are trying to fight with an enemy and enemy will show you the path. Okay, and there is also a level over level. Price can always come and react from here or react from here also. Perfect. Perfect, Shailesh. There are overlapping zones. Hari, there are overlapping zones. Definitely there are overlapping zones. I feel it should react because of the gap up. It's like quad rally based drop because of a gap up. Do you guys think this is a perfect FTR? No, it is not a perfect FTR because of the level over level I mentioned. Now, look at this example. Price support 1, low 1 is formed, low 1 is broken, low 2 is formed, price goes up and forms and falls lavishly. Canfin Homes. So now here I now what is my zone? This is my zone. Oh, sorry. This is my zone. Okay, but there is a level over level, so I take the whole thing as my zone. Okay, the previous level, at least one level before. Yeah, is it clear, Hari? Previous screen. It's not a perfect FTR because okay. Now the supply FTR future example. Okay, who's this guy? Who is Dalmia Bharat? Support L1 formed, L1 open, close, L1 engulfed with a beautiful gap down, L2 formed, base formed, L2 also engulfed. Okay, now price came to that level. You guys figure out if this worked or not. Okay, someone check and tell me. Okay, and there was one level over level also here. So always we should not ignore the level over level. Okay, that is most important. Okay, so summary of our learnings. The same summary holds good. What did we learn today? Ashok, in the previous slide, there are two level over level. Of course, this is also, see, if you keep going, there will be level over level, many level over levels. Drop, base drop, rally, base drop. It can keep happening. Okay. Okay, current price is 2373. So price is somewhere here. Somewhere here. Price is somewhere here. So which means it is not in the zone, is it? Okay, very nice. Okay. Okay. The reason why I believe this will work is that zone is formed because of a gap up. That is my point. Okay. So generally where any zone with gap up, I generally consider them to be good. Again, when we do the 1000 chart project, all these things will be delocked. We'll unlock the complete Pandora box and try to filter and define additional rules. Like for example, rules for finding FTR 5, rules for finding good FTR 5 more. So what is 2500? The stop loss. My dear friends, what is 2500? 2500 is again a square number, 50 square. Thank you, friends. Is it 2500 hit in stop loss? Check it. Just go to past data and you can have a look at it. Yeah, if it has hit stop loss, let it hit stop loss. That's okay. No problem. See, remember this point, friends. Every one of you be very crystal clear. The day you decide that even with a 30% win rate, you are willing to play this game successfully, you should not care about a failed trade. All that we need to do is to play 100 trades like a donkey. Markets only donkeys win, not monkeys. Monkeys jump from strategy to strategy. Only donkeys will follow whatever has been instructed properly. We need to be donkeys in trading. Okay, and there's nothing that beats anything than practice. And let me tell you guys that this price action is the ultimate thing that can never happen in future. Okay. Okay. So Girish says that the price is 2525, which means that price is broken. So now let's see. Now probably then this is the zone then. So this guy. So level over level. Anybody who would have taken this trade might have been beaten because of the level over level. And it might react from here. Let's see. Okay. We can always discuss. If somebody track it, let us know what happened. And please go and find this fellow, this base, this top high of this base candle, this guy. And that is the guy stop loss for Dalmia now. No re-enter business. If you're hit by stop loss, leave it. But make a rule. I will never trade a level over level power pattern. Define your own rule. So we will never touch it. Shailesh says there's also head and shoulder pattern. Where is head and shoulder, sir? Are you talking about this one? High, low, high, low, high, this one? Is that the one you're talking? Okay. Okay. No problem. Yeah, you can take, but don't get biased. Do not get biased because of many other factors. Okay. What if head and shoulder says buy, FTR says sell? Okay. So too many things might create problem. Okay. So those are the summary what we all learned today. Reconfirm these points. Go back home in the evening. See all the videos again. Please note the first load video has already been uploaded in the website. Second video we will be uploading in next half an hour time. We learned FTR and I hope I have done justice to FTR concept. We have taken 20 examples so that I push it clearly into your thought process. Okay. And you guys also should practice at least 100 charts to find good FTRs and bad FTRs. Okay. We always follow the universal rule that anything can fail, anything can work. Do not forget the 5 full rules. Very simple 5 rules. What are they? Rule number 1, H1L1 formed. Rule number 2, H2L2 broken. Rule number 3, H1L1. Rule number 3, H2L2 formed. Rule number 4, base is formed. Rule number 5, H2L2 engulfed. That's all. Only 5 steps. Very simple steps. And those 5 steps superimpose your odd enhancers. That's when you get the better guys. That is all. It's not rocket science, nor it is simple. If you guys have understood FTR, how to mark FTR, how to find FTR, the mission is accomplished today, and there is a battlefield ahead of you to go and find as many charts and patterns as possible. And there are 4 types of FTR patterns we saw: 2 demand, 2 supply, where one zone formed between the two highs and two lows and the one formed outside. So that is of no significance. Let the zone form anywhere. Okay, and focus on FTR series, like series of FTR demands. And once an FTR series of the top FTR demand by any chance it's broken by an FTR supply, and look forward that the future all FTR supplies will work for you. This is one beautiful concept. Okay, focus on PSG also. And let's start with Q&A now. And Sridhara Swami says, please talk about the zone. Where is that? um caps FTR, no, it's here. Okay, you wanted FTR PSG, right? Yeah, the space between two FTR is a PSG zone. Okay, there are 8 FTRs from 1 to 8, and there is a PSG between FTR and total 7. If price enters the PSG, if it engulfs an FTR, if it breaks, if it kills an FTR zone, it will, you will see that it will go to the next zone. So what happens is, if once by any chance once price breaks, see this is an FTR, okay, this FTR is broken. Once that FTR is broken, what is that? The price came into PAZ, price action zone. PAZ1 is the zone between the topmost FTR and the next subsequent FTR. When price comes into that, look for an opposite trade and expect that your future all FTRs would be killed. All your FTRs would be demolished. We very many times we get these trades, friends. Okay, many times we get this trade. These kind of beautiful trades do come. They do come. Okay, when the price goes up, it forms series of FTR demands, and finally once it breaks an FTR demand, it will form series of FTR supplies. You continue to trade for all FTR supplies, you will win it, you will win them. And then intelligence is to trade the whole game. It's an art. It requires lot of competency, lot of forget identifying, lot of patience. We saw one trade, 14 days waiting, nothing happened, price was always there only in your zone, but it didn't even hit your stop loss. How many of you had the audacity to hold it? How many of you would have exited, array this is not doing anything, and suddenly it does it? So respect rules. Okay, respect rules. The whole journey, if you the day if you can trade one any stock, you know that one stock can give you your fortune for the whole year. Anand Gopinath says that TCS is showing this pattern now. It's not rocket science, it's only simple building blocks, same thing. You need to go pin to pin, step by step, identify. Okay, FTR, nowhere it's broken, one FTR is broken, one demand FTR is broken. The moment the first demand FTR is broken, be cautious. When price comes into the first PAZ, then get ready to look for multiple supply zones, multiple supply FTRs. Okay, friends, that's all. There is no rocket science. The rule is simple. After multiple FTRs at the top of the journey, if a demand FTR is broken, the supply FTR will start dominating the entire journey going forward. You go and check any stock which fell massively over the period of time. All uptrends, all downtrends will have multiple FTRs and multiple FTRs. You need to ideally trade in those directions. Okay. So this is the guy, and I'll do one thing. Okay, alt tab. Okay, So I'll clear all of them. Okay, and I'll come back to normal node. Okay, somebody has CHUL chart. Okay, Amar Raja for no engulf. Can you show Amar Raja for no engulf? Okay, where is Amar Raja? Yeah, okay, have a look. Yeah, okay, now let's go ahead. Okay, so let's come back to Q&A. Somebody wanted HUL chart. Mm, tell me, Girish, what's the issue with HCL? It would have made series of formed a high formed, high broken, formed a high here. The next high was formed, price came back, formed a base. Okay, this is all, this is base, and this is where it broke. So, but it didn't come to that level. Price is here. Okay, that's a major SR. Price broke up, came down, formed a high, and it engulfed. We can look forward to trade here also. Price didn't come back. See, price didn't come back at all many times. Now it broke here. See this one. Okay, now it's broken. Let's see what it did. Okay, now this is S1, support one, price broke down, formed a bottom. Okay, is this the one? No. Is this the one? Yes, this is the one. S1, S2, I'll remove this one. S2, okay, went up, formed a base and broke. Okay, so series of zones, lot of congestion, that's why it flopped. It didn't create that classic pattern. And look at this, friends, this is a, this whole thing is compression. Okay, we will talk about this. Price doing lot of zigzag movement. Okay, now I'm telling you this price ideally, okay, this is a strong zone for me. Can somebody check and tell me where this price is? Percent 63%, 1778. Okay, I am hoping because of the way this compression is happening, price should react from this top. And only thing is I want to see what this price did before this point. Okay, it's lifetime high, no problem. Okay, okay, so friends, price, I hope, I am sure this price will this is a beautiful case to short. Okay, so the current price is 1754. Okay, so 1754 is here, 1754 price is there. Okay, definitely price has to react from this zone because of two things. Okay, we are going to talk about this topic tomorrow, of course. That's why this is a concept called compression. Price, when it is going up, it does lot of zigzag movement, and in this journey what happens, this entire zone, it's all the buy orders are destroyed. When price comes here, okay, when price comes to this point, this zone, there's high possibility of price reacting from there. Okay, oh, price touched 1798. Excellent, superb. Did it already fall free fall? Wow, that is because of this compression only. Okay, so if things are fine, friends, price can even come to this point. Price can even come here. It can even come to 1500 levels. 1742. Okay, give me 1 seconds. Okay, there is only one momentum here. Where is it? 1742 is it? See, this number one is this zone. Okay, this zone is good momentum. After this, there is nothing. There is nothing, friends. If it by any chance breaks this low, which is this 1664, okay, it can definitely, the price can come till this point to the origin. Okay, and this reaction is also just a what can I say, look at this one, it reacted here because of the flip only, but definitely if it breaks this point, then it will come to the bottom. Yes, Nevin. Yeah. Sir, PAZ in higher time frame is a single retracement. Correct, sir. Rangaji, you're right. Yes, bank. What is wrong with yes bank here? This is pathetic. Okay, now, hmm. Hmm. I'm unable to do anything on price action front. Month, weekly. So is there anything here this side? Anything to take care of the strength monthly? Okay, so let's see monthly chart of this guy. Okay, now this is the point. Okay, okay, friends, that's where it reacted. Okay, that is a zone of flip. Though there is no good base candle, but that is where it has reacted. Can you guys make out? Okay, 169 right now. 166. It's playing in that zone only. Okay, now, now the origin of this journey. So let us do this for all investment purposes. See, friends, understand these things. This is a high. Okay, firms made a new high and it got broken. And this is a fantastic break limit zone, but it killed. Why? Because of the worst news. News can be danger. Okay. Now that this zone has been destroyed, this powerful monthly demand FTR is destroyed. This zone is powerful. Okay, if price comes back, it can be beaten royally. Okay, so that is one part. Now the best way to analyze is to go through our GAN levels only. Now see, where is it as per our GAN story? It is playing at 50% zone. Okay, it is playing at our 50% zone as per our GAN power of 8 concepts, right? So next is, wait, what is that one? So let me plot that particular chart. Okay, param. Okay, this is not the one. Charts. Mm, it is standard WD GAN studio. Okay, here is the studio for you. Okay, so symbol is yes bank. Okay, so price exactly gapped up, gapped down here, which is close to the H2 to high of 2 years ago. What is there below? No conjunctions anywhere. Okay, no conjunctions anywhere. Let me see the GAN. power of 8. So according to GAN power 8, 50% is 200. So it is below that. Definitely it needs a lot of strength to break it. Okay. It came down that, see, but somehow it is testing in the 37% zone. Okay. It is not a candidate to go into the abyss. You all know what is abyss. We all discussed in the GAN story. Okay. Okay. So this we have to see in a daily chart, but according to our this one, okay, from power of 8 is the best way to analyze. Nothing more than that. Let's see. So from a price action perspective, let's come back. Okay. From a price action perspective, there is a strong zone here. Okay. This zone has to be respected because this is a fresh zone. This is a very fresh zone. Okay. Given the fundamentals, these are all Nestle scenarios, friends. These are all Nestle scenarios, Nestle Maggie stories. Okay. Mm, so what this guy is telling? That is my message to everyone. So what is the Graham number, buddies? According to the principles of Graham number, what is the Graham number? Exact Graham number? 22.5. Perfect. What is the S Bank at right now? Compare with peers. A pathetic company like ICICI Bank is commanding a PBPE of 148. Okay. So it's fundamentally still strong. It's a low. You need to wait. It's a 4-year story. But from here, definitely it will bounce. Okay. It is not some software company like 8K miles for us to lose confidence. And once sometimes you get locked. Okay. We are nobodies. Many times we get locked. 1 in 10 stocks can happen like this. But our good position sizing rules will keep us in the game. Will always keep us in the game. Okay. So that's the point. It is close to this zone. Okay. This zone should protect it. It cannot fall further according to me. See, when things are bad, everything goes bad. Even if Piotrowski score go less than 5, let it happen. Okay. But when you're looking at value, all value investors, this is now you need to get in. Growth investors, chodo. Yes Bank is not our baby, but all value investors who believe in value, you must be in there. Okay. Oh, it touched 147 and bounced, is it? But why in this machine is not showing me? It touched 147 this week. Oh, could be because I have data only till I am not appended it till after 27th. Okay. So which means this zone it has come in. It has already come into this zone. Okay. Anyway, so any other question, friends? Any other questions? Did you guys enjoy FTR learning? Okay. So it is definitely not a simple topic. It is a complex topic. Okay, people take many weeks, months to learn FTR. Okay, if you guys have understood what an FTR is in the last 2 hours, definitely our mission is accomplished. Okay, right? So Gagan, the data will try to send you by end of day tomorrow. Okay, that's my commitment. Weekly data. All right. So now we saw at least 15 charts. Now you guys should go back home and at least practice 100 charts. Nothing less. Nothing less. When I am telling you that we are doing a mission of 1000 charts, all of you should do at least 100 if you want to be really a powerful price action trader. In this program I3T3, I have learned a hell lot of things. I used to ignore many things, but in the process of simplifying this whole training, the amount of effort I have put, the amount of homework I have done, my learnings has gone big time upside. Okay, so so you need to do some 100 charts. Definitely FTR would be, you will casually pick FTR. And I'm being very honest and rational with every one of you. When I first learned this concept last 2 years ago, I didn't understand head and tail of it, because the trainer took 4 hours to explain theory only. So you can imagine how complication, what kind of complication he created. And then next second time I understood it better. Okay, so if you do practice and do at least 50 to 100 charts, yeah, FTR is in your thoughts. You don't have to remember everything by default. By default you will remember the 5 rules. As we progress, there are much more topics to come. There'll be a lot more interesting and a lot more complex also, but I'm putting my best efforts to simplify the whole thing. If you guys feel that today's FTR session is not that complex, and that means my effort and my direction is correct, and I'm sure in the subsequent topics will not have any major difficulty in understanding the fundamental thought process behind all these advanced price actions. All right, friends, it's time for lunch now, and I'll sign off from this class. We will connect again post lunch. Now the time is 1:40. We will connect again at 2:40. Okay, or should we connect at 2:30? Majority wins. 2:30 or 2:40. Folks, make it fast. Equal fight. Okay, 2:41. Sharp 2:40. So we'll go on till 4:30, and for the last session of the day. Okay. Thank you, friends. Take care. Have a nice lunch. I'll see you again at 2:40 shop. Thank you very much.